Let's talk about a concept called negative aging. Negative aging states that people either leave quick or they stay long. And this is very, very important when you are trying to optimize your landing pages. People don't have a previous context of your store, for example, and then they will be making a decision quickly. So if we can just have them stay for that crucial 5 to 10 seconds, then they are way more likely to stay for the next 30 seconds. So really, one of the points that we hammer down on is getting people to first read before they are even possibly convertible. At my agency, growboost.com, we see this constantly. Every single store that we look at has this graph where people are either leaving early or they're staying long, and there's very little drop-off in between. So as the page on time on page increases, the number of people leaving decreases. Now, the question, of course, is how do we optimize for that first 5 seconds then? The number one thing there is to start hitting them with what they want. So first of all, they need to have clarity on why they should read and scroll further before they do so. And imagine a situation there where there's a prospect browsing through multiple sites, there's multiple tabs open, and he's very distracted, impatient, wants to find things fast. So that's how most people are right now. So if we don't go and get to the point, so to say, then it's going to be a bad experience for the user, and they will not be motivated enough most times to go and find out this information. So we need to be very upfront. Let's take a look at this further, but before I do that, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you find these helpful. It will help optimize your algorithm for more educational and valuable content. Now, when a user lands to your store, there is an immediate emotional impact that that user will have. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a huge emotional overwhelm, but we perceive things first with our limbic brain. And that is the brain that has evolved the furthest, in a way that like we have that mammalian brain in the background, and it's judging or guiding a lot of our logical decisions. So first of all, people are looking for security most of the time, and just like that general match them in the right place. So you need to be able to show that they are in the right place. So the question is, where am I? Then second question to answer is, so what can I do here? Oftentimes it's quite obvious, but sometimes it isn't if the landing pages are a bit confusing or the offer before the landing page is not that clear. So we need to make sure that we tick that checkbox. And then the third checkbox after that is, why should I do it? Now, it is very tempting to think of your site and your offering almost like an island. However, unless you are running a very, very unique product, and even if you are running a very unique product, there's always alternatives to do or buy. So generally, I'd say if you are more of an SEO heavy business, look at the search engine results pages that you are targeting and check your main landing pages for the main keywords and compare that to your competition. How are you different? Are you different? And if you aren't, should you be? Most of the time, you should. However, if you think of this situation where, okay, you have 5 similar landing pages, and then there's one user going to that. If they're all the same, he's pretty much forced to choose between 5 options that are the same. Now, if you are able to stand out from that competition by being a little bit different, even if, let's say, 30% of your customers only like your offering, that's still a lot better than the 20% that you would have got otherwise. So this is one way to really make the internet better place. You just understand negative aging and understanding your place in the competitive ecosystem. And this, by the way, is the only place where I'm okay in testing for scroll depths and bounce rate reducers, because they don't always correlate with revenue themselves. But if you are having a low revenue or rather low transaction store, then you are sometimes limited to these points of testing, and sometimes it makes sense. So look at your negative aging and see how you can combat that immediate bounce rate to optimize your landing pages or product pages, wherever you're guiding your traffic to, and you're going to do amazingly better. So that's your homework for the week. Another one, if you haven't subscribed already, now is the best time to do that. We put out e-commerce videos every Thursday. I really pour my heart and soul and what I learned from my clients into these videos, so you can have them for free. Make sure to like the video if you like the content, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.